Let's see. Well, we have a lot of questions here. From Jose Crespo. Crespo? Yeah. Sorry if I butchered your name. Uh, how is it like knowing you built a fan base just because of a TV show that you love? I think it's pretty cool because we're all part of the big hashtag TWD family, and I never expected to get this big. I didn't even have plans to do a Walking Dead channel when I first started. I mean, if you go back to like my first page of videos, my first few pages of videos, it's just gaming and just random stuff that doesn't even make any sense. And then I was like, and I started watching Trev's show. I'm like, you know what? I'm an expert on The Walking Dead. I could do this kind of thing. And then I started, and almost 2 years later, here we are at almost 6,000 subscribers. I should have 6,000 by next Friday. I mean, I should have by the end of the day, actually, or tomorrow, if it's going up at the rate that I think it is. So that is cool. It feels great, and you guys are the best. You're really supportive. So there's there's no regrets, not even a single letter. 2. If you were to pick any actor to be in The Walking Dead as a main character, who would it be? Ooh. Well, I literally just finished watching Sons of Anarchy last night. I watched the final episode. So I feel like I'd really want to see either Charlie Hunnam be on Walking Dead, or what's his name, Tommy Flanagan, who plays Chibs. If you guys watch Walking Dead, you'll know what I'm talking about. One of those two. I'd love to see anyone from Sons of Anarchy be on Walking Dead. That'd be so sick. But definitely, I think for me, Chibs over Jax. But Jax, that'd be cool too. I recently found your channel. I'm really enjoying. Keep up the good work. Thank you. I'm glad you found it, man. From William's son, do you make money off of YouTube? Yes, I do. Not nearly as much as I'd like, but it's pretty cool. I mean, I never expected to make any money off YouTube, and I'm really happy that I've gotten to a point where I can, I pay for my car insurance with it. And it's great because I have like over 1,100 videos, so I have so many videos that even on days where I don't upload it, I still get like a couple thousand views because people are just watching a whole bunch of different videos every day. And that's just a couple bucks right there. I guess to be more specific, there's months where I make like $450, and there's months where I make like $250, which is pretty good for someone my age who doesn't actually have a real job. So I can't really complain. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And just imagine how much Trev's Cham probably makes, because he gets 10 times the views that I do. But yeah, he probably makes a lot of money off his videos. But good for him. From Big Shot, what are your thoughts on the ending of the TV show? Rick, Carl, and Michonne are holed up with limited ammo as walkers are surrounding them. Rick is infected and slowly dies. The last scene will be Rick waking up as a walker and staring down the barrel of Carl's gun. Then as the gun fires, the screen goes black. Wow, that is some deep stuff. And he says, I forgot to mention that when Rick's a walker, it's his POV. That would be sick. We haven't seen a POV shot from a walker on Walking Dead yet. I feel like that'd be a missed opportunity for them not to do that. I'm not going to get too much into this question, so I apologize because I just uploaded a video a couple days ago on my thoughts on the ending of the show. But I do think that it's probably going to be like the last man standing type thing. It's either going to be Rick being the only one alive, or it's going to be just Carl and like Judith being the only ones alive. Something of that nature. But I definitely like the ending that you just described right there. I would definitely be happy if it was something like that. From Dan Zotter, how's it going, man? And yes, I got the snake. Would you like to see the group split up permanently and then follow the separate stories and then maybe meet again as adversaries? What do you think? No, I wouldn't like that. That sounds a lot like what they did of Lost in those final seasons there, and I didn't like that very much. I like them all being together. I don't mind the bottle episodes that much as long as they're entertaining, but I do prefer it when they're all together as a unit. So I really hope they don't split up again, or split up permanently for that matter. Thank you for your question. Hello, I'm a newly subscribed. I'm a new subscriber to your channel. I'm a big fan of The Walking Dead, just like you, and I have some questions for you. All right, thank you, Brandon Curtis. Do you think Morgan has any involvement and slash encounters with the Whisperers? Everyone is talking about Morgan and the Whisperers. I really don't think so. I doubt we'll see the Whisperers anytime soon in the show. I don't really know why everyone's talking about Morgan and the Whisperers. Maybe I'm missing something that was released that maybe people are talking about it, but I don't really see that happening. Second question. In the recent promo for the next half of Season 5, I know Maggie is distraught and others as well. And I noticed she looked at Daryl giving him a death stare in a way. Do you think there will be any type of problem / conflict between Maggie and Daryl of what happened to Beth? Are you sure she was looking at Daryl? Because I know the scene you're talking about, and it didn't look like she was actually looking at him. It didn't show who she was actually looking at. I don't think there will be any conflict between the two. There wouldn't be any logical reason for there to be conflict, unless of course Maggie blames Daryl for her getting kidnapped in the first place. We'll have to wait and see, but I don't really think they'll go that route. Question 3. Do you think Daryl will try to attempt suicide, or will he suicide? Knowing Norman has said in an interview that Daryl's getting darker from time to time, and if he does suicide, he would have a comic book Carol's death. Thank you if you answer my questions and continue doing what you do for your channel. I'm answering your questions, man. No problem, and I will continue. I don't think Daryl's going to try to attempt suicide, to be honest with you. And it would be really out of character for him. If anything, him getting darker will be him turning into more of like what Rick is turning into. But I don't think he's gonna just opt out, because we know he was so against opting out earlier in the show. When should the spin-off series Cobalt be premiering, or have they announced a release date? They don't have a release date yet. We know that they are going to start filming sometime sometime this year. I'm hoping that it's going to air sometime over the summer, maybe mid to late summer will probably be when we see it. Or maybe it will air during when the regular Walking Dead season's on, which I hope they don't do that, because I'd rather have it in the off season, so it's kind of like we get zombies year round. But we'll have to wait and see, because they haven't really announced anything official yet. From Daniel Rennie. Hey man, not sure if you have done a video on this, but do you think Carl loses his eye like in the comics? I have done a video, but I'll answer quickly. Yes, I do think he'll lose his eye, just like he does in the comics. And that's all I'll say on that. Another question from Sean Connolly. If Rick Grimes died, who would be your next favorite character? I don't even want to think about Rick dying. Right now, with the characters that we have, it would probably be Daryl. No, not Daryl, it would be Glenn. Glenn would be my next favorite character. But that's likely to change once we meet the characters from Alexandria, like Aaron, Eric, Jesus, and so on. Jesus will probably be my second favorite character if they do his character justice. From Stephen Klein. Where Rick is at this point, everything he's been through and has done, do you think if he was asked the 3 questions, would he pass? He would definitely not pass. If we had not been following Rick from the beginning and we met him on the road, like in the next episode, nobody would trust this guy. Rick is, obviously since we know him from the beginning, we know he's not a bad guy, and we know why he's done the things that he's done. But if he had been asked the 3 questions, and they're like, "How many people have you killed?" and he would say, "What? How many? I lost count," but it would be a lot of people, and he would not pass at all.